Welcome to the You Name It podcast, the last episode of the year of our Lord 2021.
Hola, Jerry!
Hi, Devin.
How's it going, brother?
I trust you had a wonderful Christmas time.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I didn't. Lauren was here for the Thursday.
Lauren is the daughter.
Yes, the daughter. So we
For,
celebrated.
People who are actually in broadcasting, they would have started it off by saying, my daughter, Lauren.
Yeah. So Lauren and I celebrated on Thursday because she went to her mom's for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Kendall's in rehab, so I didn't have to worry about him. That's my son.
Oh, are you bringing up the kids because of the responses we had from listeners saying that they liked when you talked about them?
The holidays. Oh, yes.
No,
And-
not the holidays. When you talked about, remember, we had the review that said, I love when Davin talks about his kids.
Yeah, we don't talk about my kids very often.
No, not currently. But
And let's see.
not like there's anything wrong. I don't go around talking about mine either.
Yeah, let's recap a little. What happened since the last episode? I went to the casino
Okay, casino.
for that slot tournament we talked about.
Did we on the show talk about it?
Well, we talked about me going because I was going the day after we recorded it, I think.
Okay,
Yep.
maybe.
So
Yeah,
it was-
refresh for the people.
It was-
Certain casinos have slot tournaments. It's a way to get people to come in there and spend their money. So they'll invite people who are on their players club list and say, hey, come on in, you get a slot, and we'll give you some free money, and you gamble and be in this tournament in case you win.
Yep. And
In case they don't know.
I finished 18th
18th out of how many?
out of my group of 25. And they do a
You got
group
a
every
D, you got a D plus.
they do a group every 15 minutes. So,
Was it that frequent? Every 15 minutes?
yep.
Wow.
So pretty much if you're not the top one or two in your group, you're not going to go on to the next level.
No, I figured you'd have to be number one to move on.
Well, it was snowing and icy, and I figured, well, a lot of people probably won't show up. Well,
Yeah, you thought you'd get the edge on everybody by actually being there in a storm.
yeah, no, I figured out that a lot of old people don't give a shit about the weather because they're close to death anyway. So
And they're probably good at driving in the snow after all those years.
either that or they just don't care anymore, and it's like, oh, casino, ah. But
That's how a lot of old people are, that's for sure.
I had
Like
fun.
anything near a casino means go to the casino.
Yep.
I got to go to court. It happens to be near the casino. So when I get done with court, if I'm out and not in jail, I'm going to the casino.
Yep. Your dad
That's
tries
a
to
big
rope you into the casino a lot, doesn't he?
Any opportunity, yeah. But I don't have money like he does. I have pretty much no money.
Yeah. I played the X Factor or the X game or whatever it was, and
Oh, that's for the people.
X-Force.
That's one that we played before and did pretty well on,
Yeah.
both of us.
did not do well this time. So,
No, did you get any kind of bonus in any way?
not on that game. On a couple other ones I did, and I ended up leaving with $200 more than I came with. So that's
Well,
not
then
bad.
you did great.
But it probably cost me $100 in gas to get there and back.
Yeah, but if you get to spend a few hours doing that, then that's that's good entertainment. And they paid you to be there. They paid you $100 to go there.
Yep. Yeah, and
That's a good deal.
they give you a free food voucher and or free food in your account. Problem is there's only
Right.
one place that's open. So the line
Yeah.
for it's outrageous, and it's like, do I really want to eat here?
No, you don't, because casino deli food, like every casino has their version of like a diner / deli type thing, and that shit is usually not very good. It's the
Yeah.
same level as you get at an airport or school.
Right. Which
Well.
brings me to one of my topics, Jerry.
Oh, we're going into a topic finally.
Great food joints. Like when you were a kid, were there certain places in your neighborhood that you just loved to eat at?
Yeah, they're all gimmicky though. I was very susceptible to advertising, so I'd always want to go to Burger Chef they had at the time. And because there was a cartoon involved, I wanted to go eat there.
Okay.
And that was before McDonald's rolled out all of theirs, I think. I don't know if I'm wrong about that. I don't know if they rolled out the clowns and all the characters in the 60s, or it feels like it was just the early 70s. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they started marketing it more towards the kids and getting the parents to take the kids to junk food places.
Yeah.
We
did I tell that? Wait, did I tell that one on the show where I was involved in a focus group for McDonald's?
No,
and,
no.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a participant, but I was documenting it for the company. You know, one of those things, camera work and all that. Well, they kept asking about. They had a bunch of questions about kids and Ronald McDonald and all this kind of stuff, and then we had a break in between sessions because they'd be like 4-hour sessions that I'd record, 2 of them. So the break in between, I said the stupidest thing ever because the person running it said, "Well, what do you think? What is it to? What does it make you think of when you see Ronald McDonald?" And I went, "Are you sure you want to know?" She's like, "Yeah, tell me the truth. I want to know the truth. That's why we're here." And I go, "Okay, child manipulation for profit." And she goes, "Holy shit!" It looked really dejected about the whole thing. But I'm like, "You asked."
That's true.
True story, people. I won't tell you lies about stupid things I say. That's true.
Some people are afraid of Ronald and clowns.
Yeah, my daughter's afraid of. One of them is afraid of clowns. Mallory, I believe, or just finds them to be creepy.
Yeah, they are kind of creepy.
Not like the one. Do you remember years ago there was the one, we talked about it, I think, that just kept showing up, standing around all over the place, like different neighborhoods and stuff, just creeping people out?
That was a movie. It was called It.
No, this is before It. Oh, yeah, by the way, there may be some background noise again.
I hear the dog. I hear Karen.
Yeah, Karen is barking, but that's because it is the holiday season, and we have a house full of people upstairs. So
Did your wife decorate? I was going to say, did you decorate? But you don't. I don't see you as decorating. I see Lisa as going all out, though.
Yeah, she used to do more. We got down to the outside lights, and what we did this time, just so everybody understands why I'm not doing it, is that she eventually bought like these spotlights. There'd be 2 or 3 of these spotlights that you'd stick in and aim them at your house, and we have a white house. So it looks pretty cool because it would be like red and green on one wall, green on another, whatever. Just a little thing. And she wants to do it. But it got to the point where now it's going to be shitty weather. Now I'm going to have to go out. And I go, "No, you don't. Don't do it. Nobody cares. Yeah. Don't put the lights on the house." And she listened and didn't do it. So we're decorated inside, but not out.
Okay, so you're not the neighbor that people drive by to see their Christmas decor.
No. Oh. At one point, we were in competition because we had the cool outdoor lighted up the whole house, the sides of the houses with colors. Right. We also had a few lights on the porch. Then we had the big blow-up thing, the big Burl Ives snowman from Rudolph or whatever it was.
Yep. No, I
those out in the front.
I've got new neighbors across the street. They're from Alabama.
Alabama.
Yep, and they're taking over where the old neighbors that moved out left, where they have to always try to one-up everybody in the neighborhood.
I like looking at that. I just don't want to do the work.
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember me talking about the old neighbors, but once they got a dog, it was like, oh, that's the sign that they're going to get pregnant. Well, yep, she got pregnant. They moved out, got a bigger house.
The dog is his training baby.
Yep. So anyway, the new people moved in, and they've got a dog. Yes, they bought a dog when they moved in. So he's in training for raising children, and they have.
Oh, and I'm sorry, but for regular listeners, then this works. I don't know why they didn't get a hairless cat, because they could have practiced nursing with that.
Exactly. That's coming down the line. But they've got all their Christmas decorations, and they've got like a Santa Claus, and then they've got a bunch of reindeer that light up and shit. Well, we had high winds about a week ago.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
and all the deer fell over. They got blown over.
Great.
And the guy will get out and pick up all his packages on his porch and shovel and maintain the yard and take care of the dog and everything. But these deer have been laying dead for the last week in the front yard, lighting up every night, laying down like
Just
somebody.
But in the front yard, though.
Yeah,
not like they were on top of the house that you had to climb up
like,
there.
Like somebody killed them.
That's too bad. Something happens here every year at our holiday party with the family, because Lisa, in our kitchen, we have sort of a bay window situation over the sink, and she puts decorations there, and she usually has like reindeer there. But oddly enough, at the end of every party, those reindeer seem to be mounting each other somehow. So there's 3 or 4 people who will do that. So turned into a tradition is to fuck with her decorations.
Nice. Is there an elf on a shelf too?
No, we never did the elf on a shelf thing. That I don't remember that when I was a kid, and we just never did it with our kids either.
No.
Why do you do that thing?
No.
How was that?
We used to when I was a kid. My mom used to do it, but I had a friend that used to do elf on a shelf, but she would put the elf was like a horny, fucking sick, twisted, rated X elf. So it would be in all kinds of weird positions, like with Barbie dolls and all kinds of stuff. But I think that's what part of the holiday season.
Actually, I sort of remember seeing pictures of that.
Yeah. Do you have any traditions that are really weird to other people?
I don't think so. I think we're pretty bland with all that.
Well, I know
you kind of get together and drink, listen to music.
Yeah, you've got the Three Stooges on your.
Oh
Christmas
well, yeah, I
tree,
don't know.
though.
That is a tradition. You're right. So for the people who don't know, on the top of our Christmas tree, I have Larry from the Three Stooges dressed as an angel as the topper for that.
Just a reminder.
And I think last year we talked about it last year because I think that was the image for the show last year.
Yeah. And Larry's Jewish, so that makes total sense.
Jewish Larry, yeah. Completely screws everything up. But we like Larry.
Yep.
And, yeah, I don't know. I don't think we have anything else. Except for the fact that Lisa, my wife, everyone, she does not like to listen to Christmas music at all.
Oh.
And I always like to put it on, like when people are gathering or opening presents and all that stuff. I usually try and put on the classic, to me, Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And,
I like some of the rock and roll Christmas
It's not the 80s.
stuff.
Say, what's that?
I like some of the rock and roll Christmas stuff that's out.
I don't listen to any of that kind of Christmas music, though. Should I?
Some of it's kind of cool. Shinedown doing Christmas songs is interesting.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you
Slipknot's Christmas album.
Guar.
Guar's Christmas favorites.
Nice.
No, the newest I think I listen to is the like Mariah Carey one. Nobody seems to want to hear now.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
Wham and shit like that.
I think that song actually just got. They did some kind of social experiment on it, and the beats per minute that's like one of the Christmas songs that cause people to be distracted the most.
Distracted. What is that?
Distracted driving. Like if they're driving and that song comes on, they're more
Which
likely
one?
to get in an
Mariah
accident.
Carey or the Wham?
The Mariah Carey.
I thought people just hated it now. It was overplayed and no one liked it. You know, we did listen to, here's a shout out to Sirius XM because we still have a vehicle that's covered with the free 3 months.
Okay.
I have the online thing, so I found they had from the listeners voting, the top 25 Christmas songs of all time.
Okay.
And that was good.
What was number one?
I already was too drunk and turned it off by then.
You gave up.
We listened to probably, 2 hours of it before everybody complained and wanted drunken regular people music. I should go back and find out. You're right. Why would I mention it if I didn't know number one?
Well, that, and was it top 20 or top 50.
25.
25. So it's the same 25 looping over and over again. You should have heard it
Yeah,
twice.
but it takes a long time because if you think about it, a lot of those are old songs, and they'll be orchestral kind of things because it'd be strange ones like, you know, I don't remember the names of these people though. So and so's orchestra from 1961 doing something that you've heard of before, but it might be 4.5 minutes long.
Yeah, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's what was actually happening. Yeah. Hey, during your gambling section, I forgot I have a show note too.
Oh, okay.
Listeners, are you aware of a casino online called Bet Rivers? Right now they're all saying yes because I see the fucking commercials all the time now.
Uh-huh. But
I thought it was really funny that on a commercial that I was watching, it was trying to get people to join up for their casino, and the slug, the whole line was, Bet Rivers, play with a winner. So they're saying, we're winners here at Bet Rivers, play with us. And I'm thinking, no, that's the worst thing to do. If the casino is a winner, I'm not a winner. You know?
Yeah. Well, there are
another example of bullshit advertising that people like me and you notice is like, play with a winner. No, you just told me you're going to steal my money, that you're going to win.
Well, their other big thing too is that they pay you quicker than some of the other ones. You know.
Well, I haven't seen one of those yet, but I didn't watch many commercials.
You can get your money immediately. 80% of people get their money immediately. The other 20% get fucked.
Yeah, like, what kind of hoops do you have to run through to get the money immediately? Which is really the idea of a casino.
Right.
Is to go in, win, and have that money in your hand when you win. But now it's the whole, you must verify, 3-factor verification bank account, and you have to link your Social Security, send us a picture of your driver's license, all this kind of bullshit to steal your identity.
And that's why I stopped doing BetMGM, because my bank, I'm with a credit union, and my bank isn't listed with them anymore, so I can't get direct deposit. So I would have to go.
Your bank said fuck you to MGM, and now MGM won't give you your money back.
So I would have to request a cash out at MGM Detroit, and then their emails would all end up in my spam folder somehow.
Of course.
So I wouldn't get a confirmation to go down there and pick it up, and you have to show them that email and the number and all that other shit, and wait in line, and then since they're paying you while you're at the casino, they know you're going to spend it. It's all a fucking scam.
Yeah, it is. That's their whole business model. Take your money. Play with a winner. No.
Play with the loser.
So I didn't mean to get you too far off of your Christmas fun, if you had any more on that. But
yeah, that's all right. The bet with a winner, though. Yeah. I can see that.
What else do you have for the we should have had like an end of the year sort of, these are the best topics from the whole 2021, but I wouldn't know what they are. I never listened to this show.
Well, I did watch Netflix has the worst year or whatever, 2021.
Oh, yeah. This is like the second or third year they've done that, right?
Yeah. I watched it last night. I don't remember a lot of it because I was playing Golden Tee in the garage.
And you were high on Mary Jane?
No, I wasn't, actually. I did have a couple cocktails, though.
I got yelled at for saying that word.
Mary Jane?
No, cocktails. Because I was telling my new son-in-law, Alan, that him and Grandpa and I could have a couple of cocktails, and he goes, no one's having cocktails. You're drinking whiskey. That's not a cocktail. Yeah. And I'm like, he's right. Usually you're supposed to tell your son-in-law he's completely wrong and yell at him and call him meathead. But no, he's right. If you're just drinking whiskey in a glass, it's not a cocktail.
That's true. No, I got one of the gifts I got Lauren for Christmas was I got her 2 of these mixers. One is for whiskey sour, and one is for an old fashioned. So, cool. Thinking that she would really enjoy it, and she did. I bought her some shot glasses too because she's always complaining that we don't have shot glasses around the house. Looked in the fridge today, and she's got like the worst whiskey possible. It's like this no-name brand whiskey.
No name brand. You mean like 1983 $4 whiskey that
God,
we
I
would
wish
try
I
and
could-
buy underage?
Yeah, I wish I could remember the name of it. It's sitting in my fridge, but it's inside. I don't want to go grab it, but it's just, I'm like, what the fuck is this swill?
Well, I guess if you're making a Manhattan, it wouldn't matter once you get the bitters in there or whatever it is they put in there.
Yeah, she's
Or
taking
a whiskey sour.
she's taking a $19 cocktail mix and mixing it with some shit.
Well, I guess if you think about it in a fiscal way, she wanted a quality mixer, but didn't have enough money left over to get the quality booze.
Well, she got it as a gift. Buy the booze. No, she did good
Yeah.
this year for Christmas. Guess what I got?
A rock.
I got a 12 or 15 pack of Labatt's,
Okay.
2 packs of cigarettes, and what else did I get?
Is that from your kid?
That's from my daughter. Yes.
And she's a big fan of watching The Breakfast Club or something?
No, evidently, I'm a drunk.
Because you know what wasn't that the John whatever his Bender or whatever his name was in The Breakfast Club? That's what his dad got him, was a pack of smokes.
Yeah, here's a pack of smokes, Johnny. Smoke them up.
It's all shit you need though, right?
Oh yeah, and stuff I would use. So it works.
Yeah. Hey, did you see that in the Michigan area, there's going to be or is already 3 of those giant booze stores called what is it, the Wine something or other? Have you seen the commercials for that?
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's like going into a giant department like Myers Thrifty Acres. I don't know if those are nationwide or not, but like a Walmart full of beer and wine and booze and stuff.
Yeah, and they've got like 150 different Michigan brew beers and.
Yeah. I think it's the same chain that's in Arizona that I go to with my Arizona family.
It's kind of, and those of you from Dallas, it's like a goody goodies.
They call it goody goodies.
Goody goodies, yep.
Good and drunks.
Yep. All kinds of liquor, all kinds of wine, all kinds of beer. Get her done.
Get her done in Texas. Get her done drunk in Texas. I miss Texas. Maybe someday I'll travel for a job again. By the way, if anybody out there has a job, let me know.
Or is looking to hire someone.
You name it, podcast@gmail. Just reach out. Let me know if you have anything I might be able to do for you.
Well, right now, Jerry, I would be in Vegas. However, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm
the
sitting in my
pandemic
garage.
has caused all of the big CES participants, not all of them, but a bunch of them, to pull out,
Yep.
to not do the show, which removed a good, how many days? 12 or 13 days of work for you?
Yep.
That's too bad, man.
It happens. You know.
It does happen, but it happens way more often in the last 2 years than it ever did before.
Yeah. I do, however, have to really question the CDC.
Okay.
Because they just came out and said that, well, part of the thing is the airlines are all canceling flights because they don't have enough people. A lot of people aren't going back to work
and the
they're
weather.
not getting vaccinated. The weather, NFL football quarterbacks are getting COVID, so they can't play for a week. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
NHL postponed for a week and took a break, and now they come out and say that you only have to quarantine for 5 days, not 10. They want people to get back to work.
You think that's the motivation? I sort of figured that it's more about learning. Like going, okay, we were trying to be safe before, make sure everybody quarantined for 14 days. Now we've learned. And so it sounds strange to everybody who thinks that once you say something, you can never go back on it, even though you're learning something new. Now we learned something new. You don't have to go. You can go 5 days without symptoms and go back to work.
Well, no.
I think it's like learning. I just don't point my finger and say, it's a scam.
Well, the reason I think it's a scam is because they brought it up like a week before, and then all of a sudden now CDC says, yeah, it's like they're gradually working you into it. And
I've seen other scam type things that I agree with more, which
Okay.
are, hey, Davin, I don't want you to go to any Christmas party with your family or any gathering of more than 15 people, and I want you to wear a mask all the time, and I want you to do this stuff so we can combat the curve. Don't do anything except for go to work.
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Going to work is fine. Keep doing the going to work part.
And then you
But
have
when
to
it
wear
comes to the rest of your life, don't do anything.
yeah, wear your mask at work, but when you go out to lunch with your coworkers, you can not wear your mask. We're being safe.
No, I want you to do all that stuff. So that whole point is you get all the rules and restrictions for everything, but stay home. Unless you have to go somewhere, stay home, except for work.
Yeah, but the one that's coming out now is if you're around someone that has COVID and you've had the booster shot, you don't have to quarantine.
Yeah, without any symptoms. I figure that was sort of common sense. And if you are smart, you would go, oh, shit, I was directly exposed to a COVID person. Maybe I'll get myself a test for free.
Yeah, but you can't find a fucking test because they don't have
Yeah,
any.
now those are scarce. I just had one at CVS. We talked about it last show.
Yep.
Got the booster, everything. So we're going perilously close to political commentary here, Davin.
I know, it's scary.
Yeah, we don't usually do any of that shit on this show. We should get back to doing other stuff like, for instance, how long, people out there, maybe we should do a quiz, and people can send their answers to younameitpodcast@gmail.com, or they can go to the Facebook page, and they can tell me what they think. In terms of years, how many more years will it be before someone can effectively pull off the Hitler toothbrush mustache and not get in trouble for it?
Oh, God. That'll be a long time.
I was watching World War II in color, or the new one on Netflix, and I kept looking at him, and I also just watched the Charlie Chaplin documentary that was on Showtime,
Okay.
which was really good. But the thing is, that mustache wasn't invented by Hitler or Charlie Chaplin. That was just a style of mustache that people liked to do. They just happened to be two of the famous people who wore it.
Right.
So to me, it's the same thing. That toothbrush mustache over your top lip is the same thing as having just like a soul patch by itself underneath your bottom lip. You know, you've seen those guys?
Right.
You don't see a lot of those, but you still see them. So if somebody had like maybe murdered a few million people with a soul patch, everybody would be avoiding wearing that, wouldn't they?
Yep.
So Hitler pretty much fucked that mustache up for everybody. But at some point, someone's going to attempt it. I just don't know how many years before you can do it and just go, hey, fuck, man, Hitler was 300 years ago. I could do this mustache. I mean, is it gone for life, forever? For eternity? Did he ruin it?
I don't know. You know, if maybe some of the late night talk show guys started wearing it because their ratings are down.
I thought, I have this vague recollection, which could be one of these Mandela effect things, where I thought that Michael Jordan tried to do it before.
Oh, I don't think so.
Let me see. Let me look it up on our computer. Okay. Michael Jordan.
Hitler mustache.
Mustache.
This is not going to come out.
Yeah, he did.
No.
I'm looking at the pictures right now.
Oh, wow.
How Michael Jordan's Hitler mustache. They call it a Hitler mustache. That's the problem. Boosted sales at Hanes.
Okay.
Until recently, nobody paid any attention to Michael Jordan's commercials for Hanes, but the underwear company may have stumbled on a way to reverse that. In Jordan's new ad, he's wearing a Hitler mustache. That was stupid. So, yeah, he did do it.
Wow.
People can look that up for themselves because it just gave me an ad blocker thing. So,
Yeah, because you looked up Hitler. You're getting blocked.
you think I just got blocked? No, it wanted me to pay for whatever newspaper that was.
I got a great documentary for you to watch. It's not available now. They played it on Christmas. The John Madden documentary.
Oh, I saw that listed. I thought about watching that. So it was good?
It was good. It's you might want to look up when it's available. I think it's available again on like the 6th on a couple different networks.
January 6th, the anniversary of John Madden's documentary. Let's just leave it there.
Yeah, something like that. So, but
I did see one before about him, and I don't know. I think it might have been an ESPN 30 for 30 thing or something.
Okay.
Because they went through his whole deal and then how he was involved with all the video games, Madden football stuff.
Yep.
It was pretty interesting.
And they touch on that, and he never wanted to be an announcer after quitting being a coach.
Yeah.
And then he decided, you know what? There's only one opportunity, and 10 years from now, they might not want me. Let me try it. And then he basically changed the whole broadcasting booth from that. And he was just such a likable guy.
He sure was jolly.
And
He's
he
not
wrote,
dead, though. But.
I didn't realize that he used to ride a train because he was afraid to fly. He had some bad plane
I remember
flight.
that being part of that thing, too, yeah.
But he used to ride a train before taking the bus.
I would, too, given the chance. I mean, flying doesn't bother me that much, but riding in a train is way easier than flying.
Yeah.
Walk on with your luggage, just stash it, go sit down. Maybe you get your own little private room just to nap in the whole time.
That night, I never knew that he had Dolly Parton's tour bus.
Did he? She
was his
sold it to
first,
him or something?
Was his first tour bus was Dolly Parton's old tour bus.
Well, interesting. Check out the Madden documentary, people.
Yep.
Just looking at the time. I'm surprised we got this far.
Nice.
Davin, does your car yell at you when you stop the car, and does it tell you to check the back seats for occupants?
No, but I have this annoying thing that happens with my car. The sensor on the passenger seat is too sensitive.
Oh, so you put your groceries there. It talks about the airbag?
Oh, no. It's not even groceries. It's like the wire that I plugged my iPhone into. If I lay that on the seat, it'll turn the airbag on. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So
let me get it straight, because that part has always been a little bit strange. So if someone's sitting in the seat, the airbag is on. If somebody's not sitting in the seat, the airbag is turned off, right?
Correct.
Is that the deal? And I thought that was supposed to be for children. Originally I thought it was if you didn't have a heavy person in the seat, then it would turn it off so it didn't kill the kids when it went off.
Yeah.
I thought. I don't know.
Evidently, my Cadillac thinks the weight of my cable is the weight of a small child.
Yeah, I'd have to look that up. Or someone can tell us, and we can read it next year.
Yeah.
We can read their answer to why is the sensor turned off at all anyway.
So
if the bags are so good.
Right. My life hack.
Yeah.
I take the seatbelt on the passenger seat and I click it in. That's my life hack. Because I get sick of listening to the bell ding that the airbag's on.
Oh, does it ding when the airbag's on?
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were saying, now it struck me that you might have been saying that the door, that it bings telling you to put the seatbelt on for whoever's sitting in that seat.
Yeah, basically, that's kind of what it's telling you. And so I put the seatbelt, I click that.
Yeah.
And leave that.
That's an oldie but a goodie.
Clicked all the time.
Well, mine, you'll stop the car and it'll start going bing, bing, bing. And then on the screen it says, check your rear seats for occupancy.
Right.
And that's when you're turning off the car. Now, I always thought that was a little strange because I thought for a little bit, because I'm dumb, I thought that it was designed to alert you when somebody was in the back seat in case someone had snuck into your car. And I'm like, shouldn't that come on first?
Yeah, like
when
maybe
you first get in the car?
There's probably
like
a clown.
If there's a killer in the back?
Yeah, a clown in your back seat just ready to fuck with you.
Yeah, exactly. A clown with a big knife. Or Scott Peterson, for example. Could be him, which we'll get to in a second. But I thought that it was related to that for some reason. It's not. it actually is calling you really stupid. Every driver that has that in their car is being called dummy every single time.
Don't you have a
how
kid?
It works. What's that?
Don't you have a kid?
That's what it means. It's isn't there a baby in the back seat?
It's a reminder that you're an adult.
It's not even. In fact, the car companies don't even say it's about don't forget your kid in the hot car. It's you don't forget your ice cream, it could melt. Yeah. That kind of shit. So what happens is if you open the back door and close it within 15 minutes of using your car, it will determine that there's something in that back seat that you have to look for. That's what it's telling you.
That's your trigger. Okay, that makes sense now.
So, or while you're driving, like if the car's on and you open the back seat and put something in there, or not, or just open it up and close it, it'll give you that warning when you stop.
That makes sense now because it's winter. I don't want to wear a winter jacket when my car is preheated, and a lot of times I'll throw my coat in the back seat, and I'll open up the back door before I leave, throw my coat back there, close it, drive, and I'll get the warning.
So you do have the warning. Okay. I thought you didn't have the warning, but I get you.
No, I'll get a warning bell, but that's what it is now.
Oh, yeah. Mine pops up on the screen, too, and shows you a picture of your back seats. Not a video, just like the
picture
from the manual.
Your empty back seats. So
go ahead. Yeah, check your back seats for occupants. But it does say occupants, which isn't a gallon of ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
So they're mixed messages. Crazy.
Do you realize, Jerry, if you didn't have kids, you could probably drive a better car?
I think that's the case with everybody who thinks that way. Because I used to have this friend, Kelly Kenedjian, and he always used to scream at his oldest kid, "You're the Corvette that I could have had."
Yep. Or the guest house, or the pool.
The guest house, or the Hawaiian vacation, or whatever.
Jet skis.
Scott Peterson, Davin.
Okay, yes.
Getting to the end of this, I just want to make sure we get this in so that we can title the show properly.
Oh, boy, you've already got it planned out.
I do. I think. So, Mallory's, my eldest daughter, Mallory, her friend, Lisa Hengisbaugh is her name.
Yep.
It's hard to say, but anyway, Lisa believes that Scott Peterson is innocent of the crime, the murder case.
Okay.
And we don't in this topic we don't have to know anything about that besides that Scott Peterson is a murderer, and she believes he's not a murderer.
Okay.
And the reason I found out that she believes this is that she heard about it on a podcast.
Oh.
So I figured if we just came on our show and said, "Nope, that's wrong. Scott Peterson is guilty," yep. Lisa, that she would have to believe that because it's on a podcast.
That's true.
So now I might be able to figure out a way to title the show.
Don't believe everything you hear on a podcast.
Title the show with her name in it or something. Sorry, Lisa Hengisbaugh, you are wrong.
Podcast
Scott Peterson is guilty. Podcasts know. They know everything.
And sometimes we don't.
I think she bought a shirt about free Scott Peterson or something like that.
Yeah, and you got a free Britney with it.
Well, she got freed, though.
Buy
it
one,
worked.
get
Whoever
one
bought
free.
the shirt, it worked.
That's true.
Because what's that, like, is it going to make that documentary? They just released within the week of this show, they just released Spears versus Spears on Netflix, a new documentary. Is it going to wreck it when we all know the end of it?
It is kind of weird when you know the end, like how it ends.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, in some cases, because I was just watching World War II in color with my dad upstairs, and I wanted to set up the equipment to record this podcast, and I think he said, "Do you want me to pause this?" And I went, "No, I already know what happens at the end."
Yeah, it's like that documentary about that guy that free climbs.
Oh, I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about. The guy who was trying to climb all the mountains within 30 days or something.
He's like 23 years old or whatever, and he dies in an avalanche.
Well, I don't have to watch that one now.
We know he's dead. And how is
we know he's dead. Now watch how he got dead.
How is he such a great climber? When
Doing that remove all of your greatness from you at
Yeah.
what you do if you got killed doing it?
And he's
You'd be like, I'm the greatest scooter driver that ever lived, but you died driving a scooter, so that means you're almost like the worst.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to overcome.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
we're towards the end.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much at the end.
Yeah, we are. 40.
I guess I could give you one more.
Okay, let's do it.
One more. I went today and I picked up a rental tuxedo for my oldest girl's marriage.
You are
New Year's Eve.
You know what? When you told me you were going to go get a tuxedo because you were going to a wedding, I'm like,
yes.
How many fucking weddings and events does this jackass go to a year? I'm never invited to shit because no one wants me around.
I'm only invited because I'm the father of the bride for two
Yeah.
of them. That's how that happened.
Either that or you're doing the ceremony.
Yeah, or I'm the officiant. Well, I went to go pick up the tuxedo, and it's like $200. I already paid for it months ago when I went in there and got sized or whatever. But I started thinking about how really these rental tuxedos are garbage. They're like, if you went and wanted to buy a tuxedo, you wouldn't buy any of the ones that they rent to you. But they're charging you as though it's valuable, like a real tuxedo. Look at those pants with the stupid thing down the side of them. The stupid ribbon of satin down the side of the pant legs and stuff. Is this really worth $200 for one night wearing your reused clothes?
Yeah, I used to actually own a tuxedo.
That's what I mean. But the one that you bought was like a tuxedo that you buy.
Right.
It's not something that they made in China for $30 and now rent for $300.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Vera Wang tuxedo.
Yeah, it might even have I don't know if it's even got a name brand on it. But it's from the Men's Warehouse.
Okay. Well, they do sell clothes.
They do. They're not really any good at it, though. I mean, this whole situation with having to deal with them a few times for two separate weddings within 2 months and listening to the horror stories, they do not have their shit together at Men's Warehouse.
No.
No, and they do crazy shit. Like, I bought a suit from them. I stood there with Lisa, watched him fill it out and tell us I'm getting a suit, and then it took 3 weeks for it to come in, and it had no pants. And they're like, oh, no, it's just the suit, Jack. What do you mean? We just talked to you about it. This is the full suit we're buying, right? Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
I spent $300 for pants or for a jacket.
for just a jacket. Lisa was like, there's no fucking way we're paying that much money for just a jacket. So she took it back.
But you get 2 free dress shirts.
It was so stupid. And then another wedding that I had heard, it wasn't even one of the ones I'm involved in. I had heard about where all the guys went to go pick up their tuxedos, and they were all completely sized wrong. Like big, giant, baggy pants. And Lisa calls them Steve Harvey pants. Big, stupid Steve Harvey pants. And it was just a nightmare. Different colors, too. Like one jacket, black, didn't match the black of all the rest of the groomsmen.
Crotch is sewn together.
Right. For $200 a night, you're going to get that kind of bullshit. Fuck you, Men's Warehouse. That's the name of the show.
Then if you return it late, you're fucked.
Yeah, it'll be like a rental car thing where I should go return it at a different Men's Warehouse to see if it costs more. I'll drive to Troy just so that I can fuck with them. Anyway, Lisa, I'm sorry about that. That's Lisa H. I'm sorry to have to bring her up during the show just for an excuse to title it some way. Now I don't even know what I would title it. She used to listen. We could just wait and see if she responds to it.
Don't title the show and see what she slaps you back with.
I just title the show a title related to Lisa. Lisa, just use her Twitter handle right in the title or something.
Yeah. Oh, no, she wouldn't like that. All our listeners would be messaging her.
Yeah. Hey, stupid. Scott Peterson's guilty. Who are you calling stupid, asshole? She's not stupid. I don't mean to insinuate that. She's a lot of fun. She's been around for a long time, since she was young. And I don't know if it's high school age or not, but she's been friends with Mal for that long. Fun person.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that this holiday season I didn't get to come over and drink with you and do a drunken extravaganza.
Well, it's 4 episodes away, I think. It'd be episode 200, I think, is about 4 away. I'm not sure. What number are we on?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
We'll have to do that one then.
I thought it was 196 last time. Let's look. Let's just look and see. Just so we know. It should just take a second.
That and last year.
Internet.
Last year I bought
we have 5 more to go. It's 195 was the hairless cat. So 5 more, and it should be our second drunken extravaganza.
So I found your Christmas present in my little box of tools and stuff for the garage, because when I was putting in the Golden Tee and the new TV in the garage, I needed to put up a new TV mount. But
we don't do Christmas presents, so you didn't find anything for me.
Well, last year I got you've got a square yard of land.
I know. Last year you made me a lord.
You're a Lord Jerry Taylor. No, I've got the Noggerboggin. I was going to frame that and glass it in.
The Noggerboggin. Man, it takes so long to try and explain that to the audience, probably.
I still have the Noggerboggin.
We decided that we had to make a custom tool when we were working together on this long project of installing stuff. And so we made a custom tool. And at one point, Davin's on the top of the ladder, and he's asking me for the tool, but he's going, give me that, Noggerboggin thing, whatever it is. So we just started calling it the Noggerboggin.
We should patent that.
Yeah. Right now, I can't remember what it did. I forgot.
It was for TV mounts, going through the hole through the ceiling, so you can mark the hole in the ceiling tile.
Yeah. I do remember now.
To cut it out properly.
Yeah. Cut it out, they mean.
Because that's useful.
Facebook comments. They're telling me, I know this is wrong, they're telling me we have 6 comments on our Facebook. I don't see that. Maybe, but they're showing as unread.
Okay. Anyone from Jimmy?
Let's see. No, these are stupid. Like, the newest one is July 15th. Showing up, they're like old ones showing up as new. So something's wrong over there.
Oh,
Davin, episode 192. Davin pissed his shoe.
Something's wrong in the metaverse.
Yeah, and it was the comment was telling me that I should take you to my niece's wedding.
Oh, no, that would not be a good thing.
Do you remember my niece Sarah?
Yeah.
And it said I said I would, but there's nowhere for him to stay because there's so many family there. And then Sarah replied, after a triple Jameson, would he even sleep anywhere besides the front yard anyway?
Good point.
Right.
And I would like it.
I keep forgetting to explain to some of my friends in real life that you drove, what's his name, from Led Zeppelin. You had to chase him.
Robert Plant.
Robert. You got in a foot chase with Robert Plant. Had to find him at someone's shed in their backyard.
Outside of a Taco Bell.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you have to go back and listen to that episode, whatever that is. But I keep forgetting about that because I have people I talk to that I know are like super Led Zeppelin fans. Be like, you know what? You want to hear something funny?
He tripped out.
He was tripping out, and my friend Davin was chasing him on foot.
Over fences and through backyards and behind sheds in Pontiac, Michigan.
Oh, man. All right. I'm going to probably end up having to figure this title out. It's got to be something. Might not even be Lisa H. related.
Yeah.
But there was an attempt to squeeze something in, so if I get daring or something. I don't know. But that seems to be the show, unless you have any more information, Dan. Last show of 2021.
Yep. No, I'm good. I kind of feel like taking my underwear off and freeballing it tonight.
Well, I think you sounds like you got a good head start on that.
I
with
do.
The way that you stopped being able to pronounce things properly. So you must have had a triple Jameson. Just strip your underwear off and sleep in the front yard tonight.
Woohoo!
It's a little cold for that, though.
It is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Please share it with other people and do all that stuff people do with podcasts.
Pub wheelie, guys.